siblings until the end. Lest you rest too long on your laurels, I bear dire news. Some time ago I received an unexpected summons from Iridikron. Though I informed Alexstrasza, my erstwhile brother made it clear that I was to arrive alone. And so I did. You will want to hear what he had to say. Oh? Tell me of your meeting with Iridikron. Oh shit, we got a full-blown
I had
cutscene.
received a missive from Iridikron. He wished to speak with me, and me alone. I am here.
It seems your courage has not faltered, despite abandoning our war.
That war is over, Iridikron! It was you who abandoned our cause, who abandoned Farak to his own destruction. All for some trinket Neltharion left behind.
The Dark Heart is no
It's called the Dark Heart?
Its power now lies in the Harbinger's hands.
Interesting. So okay. So the patch name makes sense now.
The Void cannot be trusted.
I trust its hunger. You know the Titans infected our world. And I will
Infected
see them
it?
extinguished.
Huh.
The question is, sister, will you?
I will have no part of this.
Then the bond of the incarnates is truly ended. You will not see me again until the Titans face their reckoning. But to you, Vyranoth, I offer one final warning. Stay out of my way.
Sick, dude. That was fucking awesome. He's cool, dude. Yeah, I like him a lot, dude. So that's gonna be like a few years from now then, if he makes it that far. That's his intent. Is to be there when the Titans come back. 'Cause he's really not happy with them, which I like Iridikron. And it's very interesting what he just said. I trust its hunger. Huh. That's interesting. That he would say that. I trust its hunger. And then the fact that he says, you know, the Titans infected our world. I'm curious by what exactly he means by that, because, I mean, when I think about the world getting infected, I mean, I sure think about old gods. So, you know, it's just like, but maybe he sees the Titan order as the infection. You know, he doesn't trust the Void, right? He made that clear just now. He trusts more in the pursuit, the hunger that the Void has, right? That's clicked something for Iridikron, it sounds like, and he's maybe recognizing why is the Void hungering? What is it hungering for? And, you know, I don't know. I think, dude, Iridikron's fucking sick, dude. And I like that he's not all like void-addled and shit, you know? He's like stayed his own essence, he's stayed himself, etc. And while he doesn't have the aspectral powers granted to these dragons by Azeroth, I think that depending on his course of action, you know, he might prove to be one who maybe possibly also could have got this at one point. It's interesting, though, that even after gaining the aspectral powers, he doesn't really mention... I mean, he does, but, like... he's not, like, jealous of her, you know? He doesn't really care, which I think is, like, really interesting. He just, like, doesn't give a shit. He's like, cool. He doesn't name her an enemy for it either, though. That's really important to consider. Like, he's not against Azeroth. That's the key here. But I also like that he's not just, like, mindlessly lashing out at people like Vyranoth and stuff, and he's more... Like, Iridikron is so much more of, like, an Emmett Selk type character in that he's one of the only bad guys who's willing to show up and talk. Which is, like, I think very key, because probably... Like, most villains in this game don't do that. Like, most of the... Yeah, he wants allies against the Titans. If you refuse, he just wants you to stay the fuck out of his way. Right. He's very focused on what he's attempting to do. And so someone said in chat a moment ago, you know, maybe as the, you know, this primal of Earth, you know, not ordered, maybe he can hear Azeroth. You know, maybe he has that deeper connection through the primordial elemental connection, you know, that they kind of all have now. Maybe he can hear that, you know? Because frankly, like, Vyranoth already, like, she got aspectral power, sure, but she was already a primalist, where none of these others were, right? So, like, these dragons, they were not. They've all been ordered. And their flights have all been ordered. She hasn't, right? And neither has Iridikron, neither has Firak. So, as far as what their more natural tendencies are in the world, I think it's just, it's very interesting that, you know, to think about how maybe they perceive and hear the world, and regardless of not having aspectral powers. So Iridikron is interesting because he doesn't seem to be power tripping. He doesn't seem to be insane. He doesn't seem to be trying to, like, kill everyone, you know? He wants the fucking Titans to pay for what they've done. And that is fucking sick, dude. To use a villain as the vessel for expressing how fucked up the worst villains are, so that maybe eventually... Look, dude, I'm gonna just say it, chat. I could see us... Look, depends on what Xalatath is gonna do, but I could see us siding with Iridikron in the war with... in the last Titan. If he makes it that far, we're probably gonna need his help. We'll see. We'll see. I know not what Iridikron intends to do next, but I can no longer call him brother. Heard that before. Heard that before. Yeah, the bond is broken, huh? But he didn't, you know, just saying, stay the fuck out of my way. It's interesting, Vyranoth is like, I understand the liberation of dragonkind from, like, the shackles of the Titans, but is Vyranoth so naive to believe that the buck stops there? Like, does she not understand that, like, this goes way deeper than just dragons? She must not, because she's kind of giving that impression like, oh, the war is over. It's it, that's it. It's like, but it's not, though. I think that you would be naive to think that. It's like, this is but one part in the war, you know? Bonds are broken all the time in Warcraft and can be reforged, and typically when they're reforged, they're much stronger. They're much stronger. So, we'll see what happens with that, but that was a cool cutscene. Iridikron is the perfect mix of, like, menacing and enigmatic. He's cool, he has interesting dialogue. I've said it before, but, like, Iridikron's the best villain in WoW in probably, like, 10 fucking years, man. And I'm not trying to be, like, a sourpuss on Ashara and N'Zoth and stuff, but, like, as far as an original villain, he's the coolest one, hands fucking down, in forever, in my opinion.